Salute, 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 salute. What's going on? I'm going to make it through. I thank the universal truth and the absolute laws of nature for guiding me, protecting me, and giving me the strength to endure the imperfect. I shall attack with vigor, making progressive moves. A divine mind knows, a divine mind shows. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. All things work in divine order. Peace and power to the people of the struggle. As you come on in, know that this is a safe space. Know that this is a space for learning and getting learned up. Know that this is a space for educating and being educated. Know that this is a space for questions and answers, comments and concerns, conversation, for dialogue. This is your space, a space of integrity, of love, of knowledge, wisdom, understanding, of power and refinement. This is your space, a space where we are walking on a united path towards true liberation. As my classroom assistants, come on in. Yes, come on in. Please keep all contact information in the chat for the duration of class. Please keep all funding information. Hashtags green screens. Pals that pay. Grams that got money. Unions that are Western. Damn it, Morse code. Sign language. Collection plates. Damn it, the cognate. Fund the war effort. It's a war going on outside. No man is safe from. If you or anybody you know is in need of anger management, please book an assessment. Don't wait till it's too late. Don't wait until you got your knees on one of those metal grates in between the stores. Nah. Cuffed up? Nah, it's too late. Don't wait until you get that HR pink slip. It's too late. Don't wait until the football, basketball, soccer, baseball coach tells you, listen, your kid can't be involved in our program anymore. Nah, it's too late. Booked you an assessment. If you or anybody you know is in need of a domestic violence intervention, please book an assessment. Yes, please book an assessment. Stop arguing in front of the kids. Stop fighting in front of the in-laws, okay? Stop trying to get company involved in your... Nah. Book you an assessment. Get your stuff together. If you or anybody you know is in need of an intimate relationship abuse counseling and consultation, please book an assessment. Please book an assessment. Learn the warning signs, the behaviors that should alarm you. Man, people, places, and things that should heighten your awareness. Characters and characteristics that should keep you on high alert. What's that? What she got in her hand? What he say? Yeah, remember, with the information, the life that you save could be your own. As you can see, yeah, I had a long day, very long day. Yeah, I is a little bit tired, yeah. But I'm here. You're here. Damn it, everybody here. Nehemiah Marshall, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Damn it, we here. We got to get to what we got to get. TT, I see you. Damn it. We got some tagging to do before I get to y'all. First of all, let's tag the mayor. Tag New York City Mayor Eric Adams, y'all. Tag him. Yeah, tag him, tell him to come to class. Tag the Democrats in New York City and nationally, because they dumb. Dumb as a wooden nickel right about now. Yeah, Chef Corby, much appreciation for the super chat. Yeah, call the Democrats. Yeah, Y'all done finished. Mm-hmm. The Georgia. Yeah, the Georgia. Yeah, the Georgia house. Uh-huh. Tag them. Yeah. Tag them. Wanna know what's up. Tag Anthony Edwards. Man, somebody get this young man some help. Or some protection. Give him some Jimmy hats or something. Tag him. Yeah, we need him to come to class. Why is this leaning? Yeah, tag Anthony Edwards and his little trollops. Tag them. Who else we got? Because we ain't got much time. I'm tired. Tag Malik Shabazz. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Why is the estate of Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad suing Tupac Shakur's estate? Tag them, tag them, tag them. And while you at it, since we didn't get the homie last night, yeah, somebody tag your mans in Atlanta. Yeah, for being on that Hawks fan. Y'all encouraged me to go deep. You know, when you ask those deep personal questions and I happen to engage in the chat, threw me off my train of thought. So we gotta get him. But let's see, it's late. We gotta get the who's in class. If you're present, mark yourself here. Damn it, mark yourself here. Okay, who first in class? Ooh, Mark Lowe, he's first in class. Get it. Ooh, and right behind him is a hot cop. Woo! What? Yeah, y'all up in class, first in class, second in class. Philip Boone is up in here, third. Yeah, Kim Williams, Bernadette, Bernie, what up? Tierra, the youngin', up, wide-eyed and bushy tail. I see you, girl, Daryl. Daryl Maddox, what up, Daryl? Snook the Bear TV, Green Apples and all. Dust Fro 517, what up? Uptown Dre, yeah, lovely lady, what's up? Brown girl, damn, Professor Dre is in the spot late night. What's going on? Uh-oh, NF, ND, and what up, GB, what's going on? Big Red Shaolin, we see you. Mecca, what up, Mecca? Yeah, Rick Gatlin. Oh, Will, peace. Peace. I see you, no doubt. Nehemiah. That's right. Big Philly. Philly's in the building. That's right. All 10 fingers and 10 toes. Chef, what up, Chef? We see you. And now we see you. DT Santiago. What's going on with you, girl? Yeah, we see you. A lot of y'all be absent off your IG. I just think y'all gonna come here. I'm gonna fix y'all ass up. I'm gonna have classes on IG for about a week. Get y'all IG game up, damn it. Max? 55, Max, 55. Mike Waves, what's going on? Salute. Mike Nice, what up? Uh-oh, what up, vet? I see you. Rhonda Grant, there you go. What's going on? Peace, almighty, peace. Peace. How you? Yeah. Yeah, what up? Who else in it? Charles. What up, Charles? Yeah. We see y'all. Now I'm struggling through it. But y'all get me hype. Who's first, man? Who's first, y'all? Who's first? Who's first? Talk about it, y'all. Talk about it. Talk about it. We ain't got much time. Shit, it's 11:35. I've been out donating, going through Manhattan, Brooklyn, Queens, back to Manhattan, coming. Man, the mayor. Enlightened Josh, you want the mayor to go first? You know why? You know why? I was a little bit triggered. I've been wanting to speak on the mayor all week. But I kept hesitating, because I called it. I called it in my head, and I called it to people who were close to me. I said it. I just didn't get to get in class because I knew how things was rolling out. It was the only logical choice for him to run independent. I knew that was coming. I felt it. I just didn't say it. I didn't put it out in the air. So, as you all have heard, well, many of you, because a lot of you is out of towners, I don't know why y'all up in our business. Why y'all up in our business? Y'all ain't got a bone in this fight. Y'all in our business. Don't worry about our mayor. Worry about y'all mayors. Coming in here talking about the mayor. Huh? Talking about the mayor. This is something we got to deal with. Okay? We got to deal with old Eric. Yeah. Well, anyway, as it was rolling out and as the whispers of him getting around everything that he's been charged with, it was rumblings, whispers, pardons, all of this little wildness going on. I'm like this, y'all. This is setting up for him to get around it. All the peoples around him went down hard and fast. They went down. Whole cabinet people ducking, dodging, breaking out. I said, yo, this man is gonna beat this. He gonna beat it. But I kept it to myself. So as you may know and may not know, that all of the charges in the case against Mayor Eric Adams was thrown out earlier this week. Judge tossed it without allowing it to be represented. Yeah. Deaded the DA. Yeah, y'all dead on that. Y'all dead on that. Now, since the allegations and subsequently the charges, people have been calling for him to resign, step down. Yo, he lost the Democratic Party, he lost his support. However, he never stepped down. The governor, with her bullshit, she knew not to do anything because they would have been on her ass. Quick, fast. She ain't built like that. Not at all. Not at all. She in there on a total, complete humble. A humble. Because if they didn't do Cuomo dirty the way they did him, she wouldn't even have been in that space. See? But things work in divine order. Some people, you in the spot at the right time, you get called. You get called. So, with all that being said, Eric Adams makes an announcement. A video announcement. Saying, you know what? I'm out of here. Yeah, I'm out of here. I'm not leaving the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. Right? But this is what he also said. Let's go to the damn notes, y'all. I know that the accusations leveled against me may have shaken your confidence in me, and that you may rightly have questions about my conduct. And let me be clear, although the charges against me were false, I trusted people I should not have, and I regret that. Yeah. That's what he said. And it was true. But they all do. You dig? That's part of politics, baby. You put your ass in a hot seat, oh yeah. Grippers is gonna get burned. Trust and believe that. You gotta know how to play. And right now, as of right now, he's playing politics pretty well. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna front. Politically correct answers, firm in his stance, okay? Not appeared to be shaken. At one time, you're looking a little suspect, like right around here. Looked like they might have had him shook a little, but he got right back on his job. Got right back on deception. Yeah. Speaking in parables. Yeah. Half-truths. Yeah. Open-ended statements to open-ended questions. Yeah. Let's go. Hold on. Wait a minute. New York City Mayor Eric Adams withdrew from the city's Democratic Party on Thursday and said he would instead run for re-election as an independent, a move intended to buy him time to save a campaign deeply wounded by a bribery scandal and liberal anger over his warm relationship with President Donald Trump. Warm relationship. What is a warm relationship with T-47? What is the warm relationship? And they acting like they don't want a warm relationship. Is they saying, oh, Eric at the parties? Is they saying Eric is at the parties? Because you know T-47 and the Puffster was tight. So are they saying Eric Adams went to the party? That wasn't in the allegations, or is it? What can stop him at this point? Because he's making moves. And with 8 people on the Democratic side running for mayor, and I think they maybe have a couple of independents, and the Republicans is a wash. They ain't win in a hot minute. Whoo! What can stop old Eric from getting that seat again? Huh? Come on. In the video announcement, Adams said he will not run in a Democratic primary in June because his recently dismissed criminal case dragged on too long while the false accusations were held over me, preventing him from campaigning. The decision came after intense speculation over whether Adams would remain in the Democratic primary, which has attracted several serious opponents, including former New York Governor Andrew Cuomo. Okay? In a practical sense, the move will allow Adams to skip directly to the general election in November, giving him more time to campaign unencumbered by the weight of his criminal charges, but it will also further distance Adams from the city's heavily Democratic electorate and party organization, potentially weakening his chances of winning a second term. Now, this is the same shit that they said about Trump first time around, remember? Remember it was like 14 Republicans, well-seasoned, well-seasoned. And he knocked them all out. This is the same strategy, same tactical Eric is using, like saying, yo, hold up. I'm not sitting in that pot. That Democratic vote gonna be all over the place. Nobody is going to move too far ahead of anybody. So the smartest thing to do is, yeah, let me pull up out of this and run as an independent. This way, any Democrats that are looking at the Democratic Party as dummies and weak, as they have been showing ever since old Rocky got up out of office. Yeah, once Rocky left, that was it. The Dems looked stupid, no strength, and very minimal shows of intelligence. That's what they've been doing over the last 2 decades, looking real shabby, not speaking to or for the people. Why sit in that bucket? Why? Let me break out. I might catch some of the independents. I might catch some of the Democrats that's leaving. And I might get some Republicans too. We gonna see how this shit play out. I'm telling y'all, don't be surprised. Unless they got him with the puffster somewhere. Oh, Eric might pull it out. It's a long time between now and November for people to forget about all this stuff, unless he gonna have some of those enemies that he didn't help get out their situations just yet come out and spill the beans on something else. Yeah, because a lot of them is tripped up. He got around it, but I'm trying to figure out, what about all them other people? At least, what was it, 13 of them court cases? And what happened to the little campaign chick, the little young chick? She still hemped up? Or what? What's going on? Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Adams, a former police officer, has governed as a centrist Democrat and often done battle with the city's progressives. He was a registered Republican in the 1990s, but has spent his political career, which includes time as a state senator and Brooklyn borough president, as a Democrat. See, he's playing politics. The mayor's political opponents swiftly criticized his decision to run as an independent. Zoran Mamdani, a Democrat state assemblyman running for mayor, said, regardless of what party Adams flees to, New Yorkers deserve better than a self-interested, disgraced mayor who had and always will put his needs before their own. Damn it, please get this. Who are you? Zoran? Don't nobody know you. You ain't getting nobody vote. So what you talking about? You need to build yourself up and tell people who the hell you are. You in here. What interest do you have, sir? We gonna figure that out. Another candidate, Democrat State Senator Zelnor Myrie, described the whole ordeal as a circus. As it is a circus. Rhonda Grant, much appreciation for the super chat. Yeah. So I want y'all to watch this. Since y'all all up in our business, Philly, I see you Threats, Boston, I see you Professor Drea, all in our business. What y'all mayors got going on? Don't worry about ours. We gonna see if he gonna get it straight or not. Okay? Yeah, we gonna figure it out, but I knew it and I just didn't speak it. I knew he was going independent. I knew it. This is an easy read, an easy play. It's national news. Y'all all got our business. It's national. Really? It's national news. That's what we talking about. Y'all all in our business. Don't worry about our business up here. Huh? That's the New York politics fault. We have similar issues in Boston. Robert Kraft's son running for mayor. Robert Kraft's son? Come on. Come on. He be at the parties. How he running for mayor? He the one that put the parties together. Robert Kraft's son. Y'all better get on your job, Drea. You better get on your job, man. Like, we don't want that. But this is what I keep telling y'all about politics. Okay? This is what I keep telling y'all about politics. There is absolutely no room for us to participate in it at this level, the way it is right now. I've been telling y'all for years, we have reached the highest levels of capitalism. We're moving into fascism. And all of these isms, we don't have or should not have anything to do with it. We have to redefine how we manifest ourselves in this global space. And all of these dated isms that people have been following for 120, 140 years. From communism, social, all that, it's a wrap. That shit is done. If we don't evolve as a species, okay, technology has evolved, okay? The planet is moving and shaking and evolving. If we, us, do not evolve past these dated mentalities, doctrines, right? We're going to be done. Because it hasn't worked. None of it. None of it. So we got to get up out of it. Because right now we on a plane with drunk captains getting ready to smash it into a mountain. That's where we are as species, as humans. We in for some bad shit if we don't start taking control of how this thing is moving. But speaking of politics, because I told you I wanted to stay on how dumb the Democrats are, and we gonna get in y'all business. So if y'all Georgia people in class tonight, time for us to get in y'all business since y'all want to get in ours. You dig what I'm saying? Y'all all up in our business. Yeah. Okay, Atlanta. Y'all got some explaining to do. No, Bernie, for real. They got some explaining to do because this is the face. When you paint melanated people and you put them in the painting under the Democrats, under the Democratic banner, right? What are we doing? What are we doing? Now, true, our mayor was very, very sloppy under the Democratic Party. He was looking crazy, like so many other mayors, black politicians. Yeah, because Chicago mayor wasn't looking too sharp. Neither was Maryland. Neither was y'all Philly. Neither was Oakland. Y'all always looking crazy. And Atlanta. Y'all always looking crazy in the last 2 or 3 years. Democrats, I told you, been looking real dumb, period. What has disappeared? We don't hear no speak of reparations. That shit been dead. I ain't hear that in a minute. Nope. Ain't hearing nothing about ending police brutality or making sure that anti-lynching bills is passed. We ain't hear none of that. Y'all let old Chucks and Pearls dance and play games and get y'all all hyped up. Boom, gone. Y'all ain't hear from her no more. Democratic Party been looking very stupid. Dumb. Dumb. Oh, he ain't gonna say nothing about a brave proletariat because he hummer stunned anyway. He just here to pull people money. That's it. To take care of him and his little kids and to make sure he ain't gotta go back on the track and drive for no pimps. Yeah, because they ain't paying no more. Every man for theyself. So that's all he doing. So he ain't gonna mention nothing. But I'm saying as far as the Democratic Party, y'all looking crazy. Y'all looking crazy out in these streets. However, Georgia, this shit, nah. I couldn't believe this. I'm looking at it and I'm like, really? This is what y'all did? Democrats? This is the fight? Let's see. Atlanta. Boxed into what they saw as an unsavory vote on outlawing spending on gender-affirming care for transgender prisoners, Georgia Democrats chose a third option Wednesday. They walked out. Chants of take a walk, take a walk, take a walk echoed under the gold dome of the state capitol from dozens of House Democrats who said they're exhausted by a blizzard of bills attacking transgender people. Where we at with it? Where we at with it? Now listen, these are not just transgendered people. It's just not. It's a special type. These are melanated Democrats. This is what they fighting for. This is what they mad at. Let's continue in a space where y'all got drill rappers running crazy, bodies dropping in ATL, STD rates up here, Batman forever running around that monster. People got that dirty dirt in their blood. This is what y'all tight about. The bill at hand, Senate Bill 185, would ban state prison spending on sex assignment surgeries, hormone replacement therapy, and other surgeries intended to alter the appearance of primary or secondary sexual characteristics. These are not people in the street. These are not young people in the street. Prisoners, inmates. The 100-2 vote, which sent the measure to Governor Brian Kemp for his signature veto, was a chance for Republicans to embarrass Democrats on an issue that the GOP believes is unpopular with voters. House Democratic Caucus Chair Tanya Miller of Atlanta attacked Republicans before the walkout over the prison care bill, noting testimony showed maybe 5 state inmates were seeking gender-affirming care, which means only 5 of them y'all talking about. If it's only 5 people, maybe 5, okay? As Democrats, what's the hoopla? What other bills should have been spoke on or haven't been spoke on that y'all concerned about? This is what causes y'all to walk out? Inmates? Let's see what she says. What is going on with my colleagues that they have become obsessed with what is happening in transgender citizens' pants and their underwear and their bedroom and their medical robes when they talk to their doctors when they deal with their families, Miller asked. Why is you concerned with this? This is what I want as melanated Democratic woman. Why are you worrying about whether or not an inmate, a prisoner, is going to get free taxpayer money to pay for? Really? Let's see what the Republicans say. House Majority Leader Chuck, what is his name? F. Straighten, a Republican from Marbury, said the Democratic walkout equals support for taxpayer-funded sex change surgeries for state prisoners. Which in all reality is, if you're not going to stay there and sit, that means you supporting it. This is true, unless there's something in that bill, right? That's going to have an effect on the outside population. I'm trying to figure out what's really good with y'all getting so incensed over this, where y'all can't just don't vote. It's a lot of things that y'all don't vote on. A lot. And anybody in Georgia or nationwide, if you want to know what your local elected officials vote or abstain from voting on, it's all public record. So what else in Georgia could these black ass politicians really been pushing? This caused y'all to walk out? Y'all didn't walk out when the anti-lynching bills was coming through. Y'all wasn't walking out. Y'all wasn't so tight. Y'all wasn't pushing that. Or reparations, that y'all sit quiet. When them white folks say, we ain't giving y'all no reparations, or this ain't passing that, y'all sit. Y'all don't walk out incensed. You took transgenders in jail. We talking about felonies. Let's continue. The Republican. To see members flee from the chamber because they are unwilling to actually represent their constituency, put the vote on the board and let it be known to all Georgians where they stand is incredibly disappointing. So now, as somebody who's a free thinker, we have to say, yeah, like, what's really hard? Like, that got y'all tight? Let's continue. Before Wednesday's walkout, Rep. Scott Hilton, Republican from Peachtree Corners, who presented the bill on the House floor, said his constituents do not support taxpayer-funded gender-affirming care for Georgians who are behind bars in the state's custody, which essentially would offer better health care to inmates than law-abiding citizens receive. Yeah, straight gripper gate in the ATL. And that's true. Why are y'all so concerned with that? That should have been a quick no. Like, get out of here. So this is where they at with it down here. So you mean to tell me that somebody, some person in Roy G. Biv in the community can commit a felony, knock somebody out, pull a gun on somebody, do something, get state time, and get gender reassignment or gender affirming care? So you mean to tell me, because y'all do know what an indictment is, right? When they charge you, they say the people of the state. So the people of the state of Georgia sends this person to jail, and then that same, state of Georgia is gonna pay for them to get this surgery and hormones and all that? This is what black elected officials walked out on? For real, this is what I'm talking about with this. Here we go. Let's see what she says. But Rep. Tanya Miller, Democrat from Atlanta, chair of the House Democratic Caucus, accused Republicans of wasting time pushing the bill when only 5 state inmates have asked for such health care. The time spent debating such a narrow measure on the next to last day of this year's legislative sessions ignores more pressing needs of concern to all Georgians, including education, healthcare, and public safety, she said. Well, you know what? Y'all didn't have to waste no time on that. It really shouldn't have been a waste of time. They present the bill, y'all vote no, keep it moving. That's it. If it's only 5 inmates, why y'all waste the time to fight it? Why? And then they went on to say, oh, they just bullying the trans community. No. Y'all trans community's outside. Once somebody's convicted and they in the prison system, that's it. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. So you mean to tell me that, robbers should be able to, I don't know, reapply or get their rights back for a gun license while they're incarcerated? What's to prevent that from happening, right? Or narcotics peddlers, should they be able to, while they're inside, study for their pharmaceutical exam so when they come out, they could work in pharmacies? Should they make it out? Because that's another thing. These 5 inmates, they're not being specific. We don't know how much time they have. We don't know what crimes they committed, nothing. But the black elected officials that are Democrat want to make sure that the taxpayers pay for it. Vote no if you don't want it to happen. If you want it to happen, vote yes. But the walkout on that, and this make national news. So now when 47 and all these other people who got majority rule in the larger spaces of politics, right? Them old-fake governors, them old-fake senators and shit from Montana and Idaho, and they looking at Georgia like, yo, what is this? This is what y'all black folks is pushing for? This is what they want? That's their constituents they want to give surgery money, hormones to convicted felons? Really? When shit is going on overseas, the damn stock market is tumbling. That's money. The tariffs, that's money. But black Democrats in Georgia are talking about this? Gender assessments and all that? Free on a dime of the people? When people are struggling to buy eggs and all that shit, y'all ready to give a felon or felons free health care to get their little jummy chopped off? Or for them to take hormones to get them some breastises? That's what y'all talking about? Again, looking stupid. Looking stupid. So now I'm telling you, when you see what's going on in New York, when Adams is like, I'm out of here. I'm not messing with the Democrats. They broke out on me. They weren't standing tall for me. They thought I wasn't getting around this shit. I'm out of here. They old news. You see what? Look at Atlanta. This is why. Then you see your girl, head popping, getting pressed today on what she thought about Israel bombing Lebanon. She supported Israel. She was trying to have an intelligent comment and shit sound crazy. Crazy. But y'all liked her. Y'all pushed her. Oh, sister girl told her off. Oh, she called her this. She called her that. Head popping and now she looking like a dummy. She looking like a dummy. But this is the lines that they're being fed. They have to support. They gotta push that. You mean to tell me you couldn't stand? They never stand strong. I don't care who it is. You don't never see none of them black folk stand strong against Israel, especially the Democrats. They look crazy. This dude is pressing like, yo, I don't understand the answer that you giving me here. I don't understand these answers. I'm asking you, what do you think about Israeli bombing Lebanon? And trying to get into other areas of the region and Iran. And she gave a real elementary school answer. That's what she did. Looking crazy, looking like she has no knowledge of geopolitics or where she should stand on it. And definitely not her constituency, I guarantee you that. But again, she was social media. She was pushed on through because of the, let me tell you something, and ain't say shit. Okay? Okay? That's the Democratic Party for you. That's the Democrats. Looking stupid. Looking dumb. You look dumb. You look dumb. The rest of the world is moving forward. And if we, us, people who know better, who have intuition, who can observe things, if we don't start making moves on our own and kicking these so-called electeds in their ass when they come around, I mean, literally, kick them in their ass. Because they playing you. They playing you for the dummy. And these stocks, this S&P, all that shit gonna tumble more. Okay? That shit can really tumble. Today ain't shit. It's gonna tumble again tomorrow. Okay? And Monday. And when it's time for you to get questions answered, and all this broad could do is shake her damn head, and all these stupid dudes could do dudes do all this old dumb shit. I'm telling you, you want to be triggered, you need to kick them dead square in their ass. Okay? It's not a game. Not a game at all. Okay? This is why I said there has to be deeper and more concrete conversations on how we moving. We have to move. Listen, I can only do what I'm allowed to do. That's it. I can only do what I'm allowed to do. we don't want to be in a position where it's too late to be in a habit, in a behavior where we're taking care of each other. It's too late to start that way down the line. That's why that's the first thing they established in basic training. Teamwork. Get into your head, get into your beliefs, and tell you get rid of all that. You ain't none of that here. Here, you're a soldier. Excuse me. If we don't start doing it because we already are very cynical of each other, keep telling you that. Because every time y'all start trusting somebody, shit go out the window. Right? That's the pattern. But just because it has happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to continue. So we have to do it. Now, like I said, I'm coming on this late because you seen the IG, I was moving around. I don't put everything on camera, but I'm running around donating, giving out the donations that I receive coming through because I'm on social media. So if I got people that's dropping this and dropping that, and I get them all the time, like I said, certain people go hard. Throughout whatever season, winter season, hats, scarves, and gloves. Oh, we don't celebrate Christmas, but the kids is engaged in it. Toys. I was getting like 10, 12 bikes, helmets, this, that, board games, books. I'm running around. They come in, they go out. They come in, they go out. That's a habit. But now it's getting critical. We're going to have to start doing it with food. We're going to have to start doing it with, these people are active in the community, so now they're being targeted. How we going to hold them down? How we going to make sure they're good? Y'all don't study war. I'm telling you. When this shit is thick and we have to be in it, y'all can't imagine what some of these people that they're calling freedom fighters are built like. When they talking about Hamas or ISIS or, rebels in the Congo, you gotta be built. These people are built a certain way where they have zero tolerance for the bullshit because there's a true exchange in the love. There's a true exchange in the commitment. And they know that they don't have a choice. Our people believe that you're going to be comfortable in oppression. You understand that? You're going to be comfortable in oppression. And that you're going to continue to be in that space. Can't be in that space. How? You're going to be in that space. Ms. Lovelace, much appreciation for the super chat. We appreciate all that you do. It is so necessary. Okay? How are we going to maintain? What's the next steps? What does the leadership look like? What is the mission? These people have missions every day because they're literally fighting for their lives. Somebody just commented, the 401ks are shrinking and all that. Excuse me, y'all put faith in it. Y'all did. Y'all put blind faith into the shit that your oppressor put in your face. Now what? Now he's doing all these things that people said couldn't be done. Oh, that would never happen. Oh, this would never happen. That would never happen. This would never happen. Or he can't run for a third term. The Constitution is. Or he can't do that. And now it's being done. Because they're on a different type of time. So you want to sit here consistently be reactionary? Are you going to sit here and consistently be reactionary? Or are you going to take the initiative and start moving towards the liberation process? Because it's that serious. That's serious. Ain't nobody going to save you. Ain't nobody going to save you. You're going to hang that shit up. Nobody coming through. We got to do this shit on our own. You think white folk gonna be like, oh, yeah, our spaces are crumbling. We've lost prestige globally. They looking at us crazy. Let's give these melanated Negroes the equality and equity that they so wanted for the last millennia. Yeah. Really? They treated y'all like pets, like dogs, leashes, clothing you whenever they wanted to, no shoes, shit like that. Y'all still believe that they gonna view you as the true scientists, doctors, lawyers, mathematicians, kings, and you think they're gonna see you as that one day? No. They're gonna take their ideas and their beliefs to the grave. It's been proven. They don't care nothing about you. So now that daily, this is what we're going through. I'm hoping that it hits you or hits the audience in their ear like, yo, nah, you know what? I gotta get on my job. I gotta get on my JO. That's where we at with it. And Democrats is dumb as hell. And you don't want to go down with them. Okay? Okay. Making good time. Making good time. Okay? I'm up. I'm up. Okay. Who next? This Tupac Shakur case, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get it. But we're going to speak on it briefly because I think Anthony Edwards is a little bit more deeper. I might have to take a little bit more time on it. Let's just get this Tupac case out of the way. I'm troubled by it because who's doing it, and I don't know. There's been a lawsuit filed against the estate of Tupac Shakur. Okay? According to the lawsuit, a song, White Man's World, which is, by the way, one of my all-time favorite songs. All-time. By any artist. Almost by any genre. That White Man's World was deep. Between that and Blasphemy and, woo, that White Man's World was deep. Deep. Deep, 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 deep. You two, Nina Smiles, what you doing up? I see you, girl. Your cafe, Olay, smooth complexion. I see you. I see you. That White Man's World is deep. Word of mother. Oh my goodness. Woo. Get my weight up with my hate and pay him back when I'm bigger. Ooh. Ooh, my goodness, yeah. According to the lawsuit, the song uses an excerpt from a lecture Muhammad gave at the Black Holocaust Nationhood Conference in 1993. His presence on the song White Man's World reinforces Tupac Shakur's role as not just an artist, but as a voice for Black empowerment and resistance against oppression. At a time when hip hop was a leading force in shaping political discourse among Black youth, Dr. Khalid's inclusion gave White Man's World an undeniable authenticity, elevating it beyond music into a revolutionary message against racial injustice. The lawyer, Malik Z. Shabash, alleges, and they're asking for $5 million. Tupac Shakur's estate is being sued over the alleged theft of Dr. Khalid Muhammad's copyrighted speech in the song White Man's World. Tupac Shakur's estate is now at the center of a federal lawsuit over claims it stole a powerful political speech and used it without permission. The suit doesn't just name Shakur's estate, it also targets Suge Knight, Interscope Records, Death Row Records, Universal's publishing arm, and producer Daryl Big D Harper. According to the complaint, the Tupac Shakur's team lifted a 7-line excerpt from a 1993 lecture Muhammad gave. The speech included a direct call to support political prisoners. Now, I don't know who's administering Tupac's estate. Fene's gone, Pac is gone, Elmer Geronimo Pratt is gone. So it seems like a play for Malik Shabash to get some bread. Okay, because who is running and holding Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad's estate? Is the wife still around? I don't know. The son is, So if this is all Malik Shabazz is doing, this is a play for him, because where's the $5 million going? Where would it go? We know that in certain spaces in the woke community that people even blame him for the assassination of the doctor, Khalid Abdul Muhammad. So I'm trying to see, where's this going? See, most of the time when people are suing people in the industry, it's not what we think and expect, right? Like when they sued Biggie's estate, right? And they said DJ Premier and Chuck D sued Biggie's estate for 10 crack commandments. It was actually suing the publishers and the record company and as such. Okay? So it wasn't like they was actually suing Big, because one, he was gone. Two, the estate, you don't know how much they play with the numbers. You don't know how much the estate is even worth or how much input they have as far as talking, coming to the table and saying, okay, we use that. Well, who's getting what? You're talking about people that are not there. And you're dealing with different entities. So Tupac? You talking about Pac's estate? And Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad's estate. I want to see where this is going. Definitely going to get and see if we get in the law books and see where that's going. Okay? Exactly. But bankrupt the estate. First of all, we don't even know what the estate is worth at this point. Seriously. I already told y'all several classes how this shit work. Once that artist is gone, that's it. The industry is utilizing every trick at their disposal to make sure the state gets nothing. Every trick. Bad enough, none of these rappers, especially the rappers, show you any contract. We don't never see these contracts that they supposedly sign. We don't. As a fan, we don't see it. We don't even know if they families see it, because half the time they estranged from the families. The families don't know what they signed. The families is in the dark. If they still have a family. Some of these dudes coming out of the joint or young or in the streets banging, you don't have none of that, especially them older rappers. No high school diploma, nothing. So the industry gonna shimmy and shake. You dig? Well, we'll say this, G-Rock, even if he was alive, and even if he okayed it verbally or had no problem with it, you know how the industry is, everything's on paper, right? Remember, he never sued Ice Cube, right? And he balked on Ice Cube. Said Ice Cube melted, but he never sued him. He never said, yo, take my voice off that record. Those records, he just balked on him and let us know Cube is a bitch. He talked gangster, but he ain't that. But he didn't sue them. That take it to another level. So I'm trying to look at this dude like, oh, so Malik Shabazz, your little book ain't selling. Because I'm trying, like, Khalid Muhammad suing Tupac? That's where we at with it? That's where we at with it. Instead of moving in a different space, the way social media moves, and maybe, let me give you a little bone, going on somebody's platform, one of these higher visibility platforms, and talking about the magic of the song and how the song came together. Maybe do it on your platform. You might could get 100, 200,000 views by utilizing Tupac and Dr. Khalid Muhammad's name. And you might get a little $8,000, $9,000 check from YouTube. Because this route, I don't see where it's going. And that's me at, I'm not much of a layman. I know how to shepherdize cases and to, submit writs and all that. But as far as torts and civil law, I'm not an expert, but a judge gonna look at this like, what is this? How do we know he didn't give Pop all type of permissions to utilize that? We don't know. But if it's a play for some bread, it's corny. It's corny. How does that liberate us? Where's that $5 million? Should he get it and win it? Should he get it, win it, and is awarded it? Who gets that bread? Because his son don't act nothing like him at all. Even though he has Shorty with him everywhere, he didn't take the legacy and move forward with it. So he shouldn't get shit as far as his father's concerned. He even talked reckless about him. So he shouldn't get it. Don't know where the wife is or who or what, but we know the whispers. So where's this bread going? For real, for real. Now, this is his strong arm of the industry, cool, go ahead, do your thing with it. But is that going to be moving towards people's or organizations that's moving to liberate us from them? That's where that should be. That's the question for that. And in the course of this lawsuit, are you going to dig deeper into the history of who Tupac is and what, if any, relationship they had? Or if they didn't, give a true understanding to these young people about Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad and his work and his doctrines and moving forward. But that, come on, y'all. Come on. That's some sucker shit. I don't get it. I don't get it. But it was whispers about him anyway. Anyway. Yeah. Whispers that should have got him parked. But again, our people are real suspect when it comes to, you know, believing people. Somebody is somebody who they ain't. That's just me. I don't give a fuck about none of these dudes. They're all suspect to me. Keep my hammer on just for that. He's the same motherfucker that's quick to go up under that banner of Whitey. Anyway, let's get to this young boy. This young boy is hell. Something going on with him. Maybe it's because he's from Atlanta. But boy, he sure got his grippers in a tizzy. Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Timberwolves basketball superstar, has been viral all week. From what I'm hearing now, is a rumor. I'm hearing that this shit ain't even 1,000%. Anthony Edwards is going viral for supposedly offering $1,080,000 to the mother of one of his children for child support, paying the whole 18 years up front, one shot. Now, a lot of people heard it, conversations began. As always, people got on that ignorant stuff. As always, there were some people with some very intelligent points. Okay? However, I'm finding out in my little research of this that the shit was a rumor. That ain't nobody seen no paperwork, nobody seen no filing, nobody seen nothing. But it does open the door for the conversation of who these young melanated men are and where they putting their little, you know, reproductive organ. This man here, nah, somebody need to help him because his choice, his decision making is in the trash. Yeah, he may make good shots on the court, but when it comes to these thoughts, nah, terrible. This dude is like 0 for 5. The ones he picking, come on, I don't get it. Anyway, men were heated, women were heated. Men and women called her and others gold diggers. Other women saying, nah, you got to get yours. Men were saying, nah, that doesn't absolve you from taking care of your children. You should be a father just like I'm a father. Right? It was back and forth for the last few days. And I'm like, let me look into it. And when I start looking into it, I'm like, son need help. He's 23 years old. And so far, he shares 2 children with 2 different women who already got seized by rappers. So what's good? How are these individual men, these young men, with the bag, slipping when it comes to who they're laying with? Now again, as always in this class, we don't care who you lay with. I don't care if y'all Roy G. Biv. I don't care if y'all on the tracks tricking and paying for it. Don't matter. Men and women gonna do what they do. However, when you're looking at it in this context here, come on, kid. Come on. It boggles my mind in this day and time that these young dudes with so much opportunity are not wrapping up. That's just crazy. That's just crazy. At all. So, this young man has a child with, let me get this right, Chief Keef's child's mother. Chief Keef. Chief Keef. The drill rapper. Chief Keef's child's mother? You a whole NBA superstar? They asking you if you gonna be the face of the league and you go behind Chief Keef? Where they do that at? So not only do you do that, but you already went behind Lil Baby? Lil Baby too? Come on, man. Come on, yo. It can't be that socially slow. Like this, you mean to tell me there's absolutely no mentorship at all? But then again, they're athletes, right? And contrary to popular belief, they're not the sharpest up here when it comes to women. That's how come the women always get up on them. You're talking about dudes that are primed for a particular sport since they're 11, 12. They just keep these kids engaged in sport. So by the time they're 18, 19, and they getting pushed to the league and getting that bag, these little dudes, they ain't been around no real tail. Now they in the mix. In the mix of the super thoughts. Yeah. Because the same way they've been geared to play sports, these thoughts been geared to go at these dudes. To go right at them. Okay? Now, I'm not calling these particular women his children's mother thoughts or thottish or, I mean, one of them just looked crazy. She looked crazy. The one that he allegedly supposed had offered $100K to unalive the child. I'm looking at her like son, for real? Not only do she got the plastic bubble and the grippers, right? The BBL, the inner tube butt, but she got the Botox, the lips, don't know what nationality, like something like this is what you getting caught up with. But remember, they always talk about, right, the legends of the past, the bowling. Man, A lot of them dudes wasn't getting caught up with that shit the way y'all getting caught up between this dude and Zion. And that shit he ran through raw. Like, come on, man. And this is what I'm saying when I'm talking about pulling up out of these institutions, pulling up out of these systems, and having true men as mentors. True men is bringing you up and saying, yo, hold on, nah. But what happens? The bag, right? I saw a clip of Damon Wayans today over there with, oh man, with Miss Netta. Yeah, Damon Wayans was on Miss Netta doing an interview and said that the more money you get, like I always tell you, the less you see melanated people. So you up there, you got investors, you got managers, you got business managers, you got agents, you got all type of people in your ear, and they all the way up here. So when a melanated person from your hood, from your community, right, can speak sense, you don't want to hear that. They don't want to be, because the idea is we want something from them, right? You gotta stay away from niggas. They always want something. Most of the time, they just want to pull your coat, youngin'. What is that you dealing with? You wouldn't be caught up in it because this don't go away. The child don't go away. And as we always say in class, anybody you lay with, and this is for the men, young and mature. This is for the women, young and mature. Well, not so much in mature women, because y'all cookie get a little dry. But anybody that you lay with is your potential co-parent. Anyone. At any given time. You don't have control over that. I don't care what you wear. I don't care what she says she doing. Whoever you lay with is your potential co-parent. Always know that. And nobody's teaching these young dudes that. Nobody. That's what's crazy. And he got a particular type. Because the one that got the Botox and the goddamn life preserver in her butt, she got OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? This is what these young dudes, this is what y'all do? Y'all don't try to go get the woman that got some type of high-powered position in law, a surgeon, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. Y'all go to the gutter rats. I don't get that. Y'all get the gutter. Where y'all learning that from? Where y'all learn that part from? Young men, YNs, ask, where y'all learn that? Where? I'm trying to figure it out. Where y'all learn that? Did y'all get the bag and then go to the gutter? Go get the track walker. Because that's all OnlyFans is. That's all IG models and all that is. That shit is the track. They just don't have a pimp, a Mac, the technology pimping them. Every time they get up, they in their phone. They in their phone. The technology is giving them instruction. The technology is setting the daily rate. You understand? And sometimes they don't come off that shit. They got a consistency. So that's how dumb and dense they are. They getting pimped by a fucking piece of wire, solder, chips, and screens. They getting pimped by technology. And y'all gonna run, y'all NBA dudes gonna run up in them? That's the ticket y'all running up in these. Oh my goodness. Y'all getting Georgia by these little that don't have game at all. Nothing. They open their mouth, you're like, what is that? But because of an image, because of a look, they stumble upon, and y'all silly asses, don't get mad at these broads. You can't get mad at the broads. They trying to survive. They trying to eat. Get mad at these stupid little dudes who should know better. Y'all don't have conversations amongst yourselves. Ain't none of y'all smart. None of y'all smart. Not the one of y'all can say, yo, let me follow his lead. What to do? I don't think Jalen Brown, ain't he like some scientist? He be running, he don't run around with the dots, do he? Houston, what up? You understand? Like, come on. Come on. You going behind rapping. You go, Chief Keef? Little baby? Dudes that came straight, these dudes straight off the block. Ashy around the ankles, dusty around the boxers. You going behind them? They just started washing up every day good. This is the type of shit y'all doing. Dirty little dudes, dusty little brother, and y'all giving these little broads children, babies. Come on, man. Y'all wilding right now. Y'all got to do better, man. So the conversations that we having about child support and all that, like, come on. For real? And him being that dismissive, of course he's going to be that dismissive. Because he know who he laid with. You don't know her. I don't know her. We haven't had in-depth conversation with them. At all. But they know, so now he trying, like any other young dude, I'm out of here. Oh, nah. No, homie. That's you. That's you. And no matter how much bread you throw over there, nah. That baby gonna grow up. That baby gonna be 3. 3 is a cute age. 3, that age 3, when they 3, yeah. 3, then it's gonna be 5, then it's gonna be 8, then it's gonna be 10, 13, 16. That's you. That's you, kid. Yeah. Yeah. Don't get mad at that chick. Nah. You hit that unprotected. Come on. Come on. Why? Lazy. And because she's going to respond to you the same way a nurse will respond to you, a nurse practitioner, the same way a politician, any of them, because they looking at you and they see you, and you don't have to introduce yourself. See, that's what celebrity does. You don't have to introduce yourself, so it's already piquing their interest. And then they already know, oh, he got, he's not a financial liability. He's a financial asset. So you don't have to do much when approaching a doctor, when approaching a lawyer, when approaching somebody in corporate America. No, but y'all want to mess with that shit. Y'all want to mess with that. and now you getting mad. Because that is responding to the world the way she was taught, the way she was conditioned as a little smut. Oh, he got the bat and he played ball. That's the language. That's the conditioning that they got. Now, you tight? Nah, man. Y'all young dudes don't look at, excuse me, y'all don't look at the previous dude they was dealing with? You got hyped knowing that little baby had a baby with this, and you still was like, oh, whoa, oh, that dude, oh, little baby. Oh, and you, yeah, I need some of that. You know, Shorty had a seed from Chief Keef, and you, oh, yeah, that's how y'all young dudes operate? Y'all don't look and say, damn, nah, some rock with that? Mm-mm. Come on. Come on. That's very weird. It's weird, okay? Y'all little dudes is weird. That's why the world responds to you like that. That's why when y'all around them white folk, they be wanting to get in y'all grippers. Because they know y'all liable to do anything for a bag, for opportunity. Yeah. 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 So Antman, Anthony Edwards, ran up in something that used to get ran up in by a little baby who gets drunk hugs from old face from the back. You gonna get a drunk hug from the back. That's where y'all at? You don't say, hold on, wait a minute. This man had an old fay in his. You don't say, oh, word, Shorty used to rock with that. Nah, let me spin off on that. Y'all don't say that. You went right through it. Or word, she used to be able to use this with little baby, or word, and you went right through it, and now you mad? Come on, son, nah. Nah, we can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. That don't, no. You don't get no pass for that. This is real talk. And yo, listen, you know how we do, Mr. Warbucks, you know how we do. A lot of our peers didn't have no fathers and uncles around, but we built with each other. You're like, yo, son, what you doing? You don't see Shorty's a runty? Get out of here, Shorty's stunt. We don't rock like that. We built each other up like that. Because even if you did have a father and uncle around, don't mean that they had those talks with you. You didn't grow up like that on a regular with your uncles and pops and them, and they telling you, yo, listen, this is what it is. This is what that is. This is how you do. No. Dudes learned in the street, trial and error. Trial and error. Most of our fathers was working if they was around. And you just didn't have that talk with them. You just made sure that your ass was in the crib a certain time. You wasn't running the streets and all that. But we had enough knowledge of self. We had enough to know, like, yo, come on now. You could look at people's family background up. You didn't want none of that. You dig? So, you gotta help these little dudes out. We do. But they don't listen. Like I said, they don't listen to me. I don't have that audience at all. Nowhere. None. Because a lot of them don't want no learning. So when they get caught up in these situations, They have these babies by these little dust bunnies. It's all on them. They got to handle that. He got to handle that. You dig? Reese Palmer was good. You get a 55. Yeah. Let me see that name in a long time. And your ass might got a 45. Yeah. Yeah. So look, y'all, it's 1 o'clock. Again, you know me, I've been up since, what, today? 5:40, 5:45. I got things to do. You dig? So to those who funded the war effort, much appreciation. And those who didn't, we always see y'all. We glad y'all come to class and all that. You know, to the new subs, to the people who peeked in the class and subscribed. Much appreciation to you. Make sure you come back with all 10 fingers and 10 toes. This is how we rock in this class. We building a nation, free thinkers, so we can move, okay? And fulfill our potentials to be greater. Every minute of the day, every hour, you have the potential to be greater. Craig Palmer, much appreciation for funding the war effort. Every day, you have the potential to be greater. You are greater the last hour or two that passed, okay? Than you were before class started, all right? When we build, we build. We go over, y'all do them replays over and over. All you are doing is jarring yourself. You getting back that God mentality. You getting that back. Like, okay, I remember this. I recall this. We don't need them. I got to believe in myself. I got to push myself. I'm not crazy. This shit is out of alignment. It is out of whack. It is out of whack. Yeah, you're right. This shit is not natural. It's not healthy for us. You're not crazy. You're not crazy at all. You dig? No. We're not supposed to be in this space. So we do have a potential to live greater, to be greater, to manifest greater, but you got to tap into it. You got to have these discussions. You got to be in spaces where people run around together and we plotting our escape. We plotting our way up out of here. We getting ready to move and go. You dig? So that's what we about here. Okay? All right. All my truckers, make some noise. Okay? Don't drive if you got cat shit in your eye. Pull over to the side. Don't have them rest town thoughts. Them rest stop thoughts up in your cabin, man. Doing the little grown folk bump. Don't do that. Get your little package, get your little trailer filled up, and get you up out of here. You dig? That's what you do. You get up out of here. You don't be around that. All my people that's in here, y'all doing what y'all do, all y'all, self-proprietorships and all that. Comment. Put your stuff in the comments. See who wants to get some. Mahogany, what's going on? You dig? All y'all, breathe love. What up? PJ, what up? All y'all up in here, put y'all stuff up in there. Comment, like, share, do y'all thing. You gotta build y'all community the way y'all want it. Just that simple. We could do it. We don't need that shit. Ain't none of y'all in here got no damn stocks and bonds and shit, so that fucking Dow Jones shit don't mess with you. You understand? That shit ain't got nothing to do with you. the hell out of here. Don't worry about that. There are different ways we can connect and use each other for resource. Alright? So I'll see y'all. Y'all not gonna have me up in here tonight. I gave you what I can. My eyes are sleepy. I got to hit the shower and do what it do, because I'm right back at it. Right back at it. Further along in the AM. Again, classroom assistants, much appreciation. Y'all get to lay down safely. I'll see y'all real soon. 55 gang. Get y'all grades up.